I caught hepatitis C. I don't know how I did it. Probably through the business of bleeding, drinking blood and so forth.
True.
And I know you did.
Yeah.
And we got rid of it.
But I guess, yeah, you're having probably hundreds of matches, sometimes double juice, a lot of intermingling of blood, because you never did heroin, right?
No, I never did heroin. I never did coke. I sold it, but I never did it myself, or I'd be dead today.
Yeah.
I have addictive personality, man. And but I knew better than to sell the product, because I would have went overboard and went down like a lot of the guys did, But
so why don't you tell us about your treatment before we move on, how you ended up getting cured? I know you got your papers right there too.
Yeah, I bought the papers. I don't know if you want me to show them or not, but I was just proud because the last time that I talked to you, I had hepatitis C, and we didn't get off to the best to start, but that was more my fault really. And the thing is, you look like my son. You really do. I really think the world of you. I think you're the greatest thing that's ever happened to pro wrestling without kissing your ass. And I'm not an ass kisser, but I am hepatitis free. You're hepatitis free, and blood contract. Vince knew I was the only one that got juice after that, because there was the AIDS thing came out with Rock Hudson in '85. Everybody was afraid of blood. In WrestleMania 3, I'm the only one that bled in WrestleMania 3. I asked Vince, why am I the only fucking one that's got to bleed? And all the fans, if you watch, a lot of them were like leaning back. They didn't want the blood anywhere near them. And so that's what happened there. And I bled pretty good. At first I couldn't get the razor blade out of my wrist because the camera was on me. So I got hardway juice, and then I opened myself up a little bit more with the razor, which the camera showed that too. They zeroed right in as I was cutting myself in WrestleMania 3. So they did a really horrible camera job on that, because I can't watch the cameras and blades at the same time. But that's what happened, Hercules laid them in.
So you had hepatitis C for a while. Why did you put off getting the treatment?
I didn't know I had it until 2009, until I was tested. I never even knew I had it.
Same year as me.
Is that right?
That I found out I had it, yeah.
I did not know that. And when I found out, boy, I tell you, when you find out, I don't know how you did.
WWE medical.
Oh my God! But didn't you just go like, your kind of world collapse? Because that's what it makes you feel like. And my world collapsed, and I was going to see my son, my grandkids for the first time, and found out I had hepatitis C. And I felt I didn't want to touch them. I didn't want to get them infected, anything like that. And it makes you feel dirty. And there was no law in WWF back in my era that you had to be tested. And then I know how you got yours with Abdullah Butcher.
But they didn't even test for it regularly, I don't think, until the 90s. So
yeah,
you wouldn't even know you'd have it unless you had a severe liver issue where your doctor might request a test to see if that was causing the issue. So in the 70s and 80s, all those bloodbath years, you never knew what the other guys had.
That's true. There's probably, I'm sure I'm not the only one that had hepatitis C, because there were so many blade jobs back then. So there's probably a lot of guys, like you said, walking around that have it. And how Vince can say, you no blood policy, and it's like, no blood policy. Well, how come you're not with the WWE? You should be headlining the WWE, WWF, WWE. AEW.
Well, I am cured now. We're both cured now, so we can get that on the record. But
right.
There is a stigma, and I believe that the stigma about it is what's causing it, but also why a lot of people don't go public about having it. For one thing, they won't get booked. And for another thing, it's associated with like a drug user's disease, even though you can get it if you were in Vietnam. I know Bobby Jaggers had it, who Ivan Koloff as well, Jacques Rougeau. But Bobby Jaggers fought in Vietnam. So he could have picked it up there and brought it here because he was a bleeder too.
Yeah, I didn't know Bobby, with Bobby in 83.
I believe he may have even passed away from it.
You know, he might have. Bobby was a good worker. Hangman Bobby Jaggers, right? Yeah, he wrestled in Portland. Blonde hair, beard, the whole thing. And like you say, there's probably 30, 40 guys walking around in that era that had hepatitis and still got it to this day and don't even know it if they haven't been tested. There's 3 million people, I was told when I went with the hepatitis treatment, that walking around right now got it, don't know it.